Monotheism, Polytheism, and Pantheism, along with their various offshoots, represent distinct perspectives on the divine, humanity's relationship with the divine, and the nature of the universe. Throughout history, these beliefs have significantly influenced the development of religious and philosophical thought. In this video, I aim to explore the concept of theism in its diverse forms. By discussing these distinctions, we can establish a framework for understanding religions, mythology, and indirectly, phenomena categorized as supernatural and paranormal. I would like to emphasize that the intention of this video is not to advocate for or against any specific beliefs. Rather, my primary objective is to present and promote an understanding of these various ideas. It is impossible for any individual to hold beliefs that do not influence the way they present information. Therefore, I want to disclose up front the beliefs that resonate most with me: Polytheism, Pantheism, and Autotheism. Before delving into these theistic perspectives, it is essential to begin with their antithesis, atheism, which rejects the belief in the existence of deities or gods. Atheistic frameworks often prioritize critical thinking, skepticism, scientific inquiry, logical reasoning, and empirical evidence. Atheism, in fact, emerged relatively recently in the 18th century, coinciding with the rise of materialist perspectives and the onset of a historical period known as the Age of Enlightenment. While atheists may not have personally encountered any spiritual or religious experiences, the fact that millions of people have had such experiences should give them cause for reflection. Atheism, to me, is an invalidation of everyone's experience except for their own. Enough said. Religion traces its origins to the ancient Near East and can be broadly categorized into three primary classifications: polytheism, pantheism, and monotheism. Polytheism denotes a belief in multiple gods, characterized by the following aspects: the gods are real and have tangible effects on the human world. They are distinct entities rather than a single being appearing in various forms. They possess autonomy and individual will. Although they are superhuman, they are not omnipotent, omniscient, or omnibenevolent. They operate within the natural order and hold specific domains of influence or authority. They engage in interactions with one another and with other entities, including humans, ranging from cooperation to conflict, occurring within social and physical contexts. They are often closely associated with specific aspects of nature, such as geography, ecology, space, time, or the life cycles of both human and non-human entities. When encountering monotheism, polytheists often perceive the monotheistic deity as just another god among many and offer worship accordingly. Determining the classification of entities as gods or non-gods is a complex task, as the lines distinguishing gods from ancestors and spirits can be blurred. Many cultures venerate the spirits of the deceased, firmly believing in their influence over the realm of the living. Similarly, rituals and sacrifices are dedicated to entities not recognized as gods across various cultures. Ancient and modern pagans, for example, hold reverence for and experience the presence of nature spirits, land wights, nymphs, and other similar beings alongside their worship of gods and goddesses. Shintoism provides numerous examples of living gods known as ikigami. These individuals, usually deceased, are worshipped due to the benefits they bestowed upon others during their lives or after death. The first category includes individuals like builders of irrigation systems and reservoirs, who are regarded as water gods, Mizugami, following their passing. The second category involves figures such as a feudal noblewoman who suffered from severe toothaches throughout her life and, on her deathbed, promised to alleviate the ailment for anyone who made offerings to her spirit. Polytheistic religions encompass a variety of belief systems, including pagan faiths of Old Europe. These ancient religions include the belief systems of classical Greece and Rome, as well as the spiritual traditions of Celtic, Germanic, Slavic, and Baltic peoples prior to Christian dominance. Modern revivals of these faiths, such as Wicca, Druidry, and Asatru, are also relevant within the same conceptual framework. Shintoism, the traditional polytheistic faith of Japan, which venerates various kami, spirits or deities, associated with nature and ancestors. Hinduism, one of the oldest religions in the world. Hinduism recognizes a diverse pantheon of gods, including the Trimurti of Vishnu, Shiva, and Brahma. Polytheistic religions of West Africa and the African diaspora. Within West Africa and African diasporic communities, vibrant polytheistic religions like Santeria, Buddhism, and Hoodoo exist. Traditional faiths of Native American peoples of the Northeast Seaboard. Indigenous peoples of the Northeast Seaboard in America have traditional faiths that blend animism with reverence for multiple deities. They honor gods like Kathenotheism, associated with corn, and Chapi, the god of night and death. Subsets of polytheism include concepts such as dualism, oligotheism, Henotheism, and Kathenotheism. Dualism is a belief system that posits the existence of two opposing and independent cosmic forces or principles. These forces often represent contrasting qualities such as good and evil, light and darkness, or order and chaos. Dualistic systems view the universe as a battleground between these opposing forces, with human beings caught in the midst of this cosmic struggle. Examples of dualistic belief systems include neo-pagan beliefs about the Holly King and Oak King, personifications of winter and summer, and their perpetual battles reflected in the seasonal cycles. Gnosticism, an early Christian movement that believed in a supreme god of light and a lower god responsible for the flawed and evil material world. Oligotheism involves the worship or recognition of a small number of deities. Henotheism acknowledges the existence of multiple gods or deities but emphasizes the worship or devotion to a single deity as supreme or more important than the others. Kathenotheism involves the worship of one god at a time, depending on the specific time or context, while recognizing the existence of multiple gods. Moving away from polytheism, the next concept to explore is pantheism. Pantheism asserts that everything is God and God is in everything. According to this worldview, the entire universe is divine because there is nothing that is not God. Pantheists emphasize the inherent sacredness and interconnectedness of all things. Similar ideas can be found in Taoism, with the concept of the Tao, and in Buddhism, with the notion of emptiness. Additionally, animism, the belief that everything possesses a soul, can be seen as an extension of this idea. Animism is prevalent in various shamanic traditions, particularly within African and Native American cultures. In modern times, pantheistic beliefs are experiencing a resurgence within different New Age and spiritual movements. Slightly distinct from pantheism is the concept of panentheism, which combines elements of pantheism and theism. Panentheism posits that the divine not only permeates and interconnects all of creation but also transcends it. In other words, while the universe is within God, God also exists beyond the confines of the universe. Process theology is an example of a panentheistic perspective. It suggests that God evolves and changes alongside the universe, actively participating in its development. These two ideas, pantheism and panentheism, then lead us to the concept of autotheism. Autotheism, also known as the deification of oneself, is a belief system in which individuals or groups identify themselves as divine or godlike. Since they perceive God as existing within them, they recognize their own inherent divinity or the potential for divinity within themselves. At one extreme, certain satanic and Luciferian beliefs embrace autotheism as a fundamental belief, asserting that they are God and therefore not subject to any external authority. However, this idea can also be seen in certain traditional religions, such as Buddhism, which emphasizes the awakening or realization of one's true nature as divine. Finally, let's talk about monotheism. Monotheism, the belief in a single God, serves as the cornerstone of the Judeo-Christian Muslim line of religions. Arguably, Zoroastrianism can be considered the first monotheistic religion. In a future video, I will explore Zoroastrianism in greater detail, so don't forget to like and subscribe if you're interested. In that video, I will delve into how many fundamental beliefs of the Judeo-Christian Muslim line of religions draw inspiration from Zoroastrianism. However, the origins of the Judeo-Christian Muslim line of religions can be traced back to Abraham around 2000 BC. God revealed himself to the world through the nation of Israel, as documented in the Jewish scriptures. The Old Testament of the Bible chronicles Israel's history, along with the character and laws of God, spanning approximately 1,500 years. The split between Judaism and Christianity occurred due to their differing interpretations of Jesus Christ. Christians perceive Jesus Christ as the long-awaited Messiah, born in Bethlehem. His ministry culminated in his crucifixion and resurrection around 32 AD. Following his ascension, the Christian church emerged, and the New Testament was written. Approximately 600 years later, Muhammad began preaching in Mecca, believing himself to be the last prophet of God. His teachings laid the foundation of Islam, as recorded in the Quran. These three religions all share the belief in the one true God, referred to as Yahweh, Jehovah, or Allah. Monotheistic religions assert the existence of a single God and often consider other gods as either non-existent or inferior. This is known as exclusive monotheism. Inclusive monotheism, on the other hand, posits that other gods are misunderstood manifestations or distorted accounts of the true God. In a future video, I will talk about the true nature of Yahweh or Jehovah, so stay tuned for that.